Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with a video on a brand spanking new game, and that is going to be Shining Maiden. So if you don't know anything about this game is being developed by a South Korean company called Big Dipper, and currently the game is in early access in Singapore. So you do have to download an APK in order to access the game currently. It is not in any official soft launch. It is not in any official global launch, anything like that. I don't even think that they've even announced when a global launch will be coming, but nevertheless, we're going to be diving into the game today. We've been playing for, I don't know, roughly about 5 to 6 hours in total. We've been having an absolute blast playing the game, so we're going to be diving into it today. Hopefully you guys like it, and like I said, if you are interested in playing the game and you would like a copy of the APK, and or if you have some questions on how exactly to set up the APK in an emulator or something for you guys to check out the game currently ahead of schedule, then hit up me in my private Discord and I will do the best that I can to assist you guys. But as always, before we dive in, if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest mobile games, then be sure to smash that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time we drop a video. And with that being said, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, to the world of Shining Maiden. So as I mentioned in the intro to this video, if you want to pick up a copy of this game and play it today, then you got to download the APK and then you got to install it into some sort of emulator, because if you are not in the Singapore region, then it is not available for you to pick up on like any app store. So again, if you need help doing that, hop over to my Discord and I will do the best that I can to assist each and every one of you. So diving right in, as we always do with our first impressions, we're going to take a look at combat first. But before we dive into the actual combat fight, I want to show you guys exactly what the artwork actually looks like in this game. So to give you guys an example, this is going to be the artwork, which again is classified as chibi art. Now, I know a lot of players, this is going to be a hit or miss for you guys. You probably could be turned off by the chibi art, but it's okay. It's nevertheless, I just wanted to bring it to your attention before diving into the fight. This is going to be what your characters actually look like in the game. Not that lovely, beautiful, sculpted 2D art on the home screen, because again, I don't even know why the game developers do this, but I absolutely fall in love with the 2D art in games like this, and then you get into combat and you actually see that it's a chibi art style, which again, I'm not dissing chibi art. I know there's a lot of fans out there of it, but nevertheless, it's just one of those things where I think I really want more 2D art. I see the lovely 2D art, they spend a lot of time on it, and all I want is just more of that 2D art, but nevertheless, that's going to be the art style for the actual heroes. Diving into some combat here, what you currently see on screen is going to be what each one of the nodes has. Some of the nodes will have multiple rounds that you have to go through, and then you can see that by just obviously clicking the arrows here to see your different teams and your different compositions. And the next thing up that you can also see is that they have a stamina-driven system. So basically pretty straightforward when it comes to stamina and energy. In a lot of these mobile action RPG games, you spend stamina every time you make a run or you perform some sort of battle, and then they do also have a sweep function, which is very, very nice if you don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the game. And last but not least, they do have a formation system, and it's not like a lot of other formations that I have seen, which is very, very nice and very good on the developer's part. So you can definitely utilize different formations, which is not abnormal when it comes to games like this. But what I think is very cool is the fact that each one of your formations, the more you use it, actually levels up, and then each one of those formations actually gives you an additional buff or bonus. So to give you guys an example, you can see here, this one is level 1 because we've never used it, but it is going to give you additional gold. The one that we are currently using, for example, is going to be giving us additional experience, and then you can also see the individual levels. So it is currently level 13, and it is going to level up to level 14. And we are currently at 44% before it does that, and you can see the benefit effects from leveling it up. So again, very, very cool. It's a nice, unique feature, at least for me in any way. If you've played other games like that, then let me know down below in the comments, but nevertheless, that's going to be pretty much what you see here on screen. You can see the enemy info. You can see all the rewards that you can collect from this specific stage. So let's go ahead and dive into some combat. Now, again, this is going to be a second thing that is going to be either make or break this game for you guys, and that is going to be the actual combat. And that's going to be the fact that this game is pretty much identical with its combat system as 7 Deadly Sins. So if you remember playing 7 Deadly Sins when it was huge, when everybody played 7 Deadly Sins, it's pretty much straightforward with the same similar combat style with you basically have a whole bunch of different cards on screen. There's going to be different cards from attack cards to defense cards to, buff cards to support cards to heals, pretty much just a bunch of different array of different card types. And then you can combine those cards to make your cards stronger. So to give you guys an example, we've got 2 of these purple or pink cards here. You can actually click on this one in the middle, and when those 2 light cards touch, they will actually combine to make a beefier version of that card. So to give you guys a more in-depth example here, each one of these individually is going to do 100% of damage, so 815 as it says. If we combine the 2 automatically here, it actually changes that card to 210% or 1712 damage to all enemies. So again, it's going to be a very, very similar to 7 Deadly Sins, but that's going to be pretty much how the combat system works. You can pretty much set up 4 attacks, and so as you can see here, we went ahead and got a triple star instead of the 2-star. Again, the damage also increases again along with like the turn amount and everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and utilize those 4 skills, and then obviously your abilities will just pop off as they normally do. And then the next thing we need to take note of is that once your heroes build up this bar at the very bottom underneath their health bar, the green bar here that you can see that's white, that's got a couple little white blocks on some of the people, but this unit here specifically has basically built up the entire bar. And once you do that, then it unlocks the ultimate skill for that individual hero. So to give you guys an example, that's what this shiny one is here, and it's called Shining Blade. I didn't even know that was going to be what it was, but nevertheless, you get the point. It's just a super, super strong skill that you can use. You throw on here, and then obviously you'll get this lovely skill animation, which then again shows you can show you some awesome 2D skill animations. But again, like I said, that's going to be pretty much it when it comes to combat. They do have a auto system as well that you can turn on, and then they do have this lovely feature that I like, and that is going to be a auto repeat feature. So it will continue as long as you have stamina to continue to run this specific stage over and over and over again, and I absolutely like that. I have to applaud the developers for that, because there's so many games out there where you have to physically click the repeat button, or you just, you're going to be sitting idle for a long period of time until you actually peek back over at the individual screen. So I definitely like that ability that you can tick this on and it will just do a auto run. So we're going to go ahead and actually leave this specific combat battle. But that's going to be pretty much it. It's very straightforward. It's pretty much exactly like 7 Deadly Sins. You utilize those cards for your abilities. You can pop off a total of 4 different attacks, and then not like per turn. And not only that, you can combine those automatically by, removing cards in between to allow 2 cards of the same to merge, or you can also move them manually, which then does take up one of your 4 attacks on your turn. But nevertheless, you get the idea when it comes to combat, but that's going to be pretty much how the game actually functions in any combat scenario. So this is going to be the different islands or nodes or whatever you want to call it when it comes to these types of game. It's pretty straightforward. I haven't really found anything in this game, in my opinion. I know it's a first impressions, but I haven't really found anything in this game that stands out very unique compared to other games. I mean, a lot of the stuff that's in this game has pretty much been recycled in other games, but I will tell you this, I have been having an absolute blast playing it while my Skylanders Ring of Heroes has just been on auto grind for the past how many days now. So again, looking to pick something up new, want to start something fresh, it's not a bad game to try out. So the next thing up that you can see, we've got a couple different other game modes. We've got like the daily dungeon, which this game has, and that's going to be the Golden Palace, so an easy way for you to get in and grind out some daily gold. And then also you can see the daily XP potions that you can also grind. Pretty straightforward when it comes to a lot of these games. And not only that, they do have the Tower of Illusion, or what a lot of other people call it, is that's going to be the Infinite Tower system. So basically, it's pretty straightforward. straightforward. All you're going to do is just clear each individual floor, work your way up, and then as you hit certain milestones, as you can see here, like on level 20, you get a chest. Level 30, you get a chest. Maybe it's every 10, yeah, 40. And then I believe this tower goes all the way up to, is it level 100? Let me see. I believe it's level 100, isn't it? Yeah, so it's level 100. So clearly, as you get all the way up to the top of this, it will then reset eventually once it is that time. But nevertheless, you get the idea. The search button over here is actually going to be a auto, like kind of Guardian style. If you're coming from Skylanders Ring of Heroes, it's basically just allows you to send individual heroes on missions. Now, they don't leave your party actually, but they are basically just collecting additional resources over a set period of time. So again, nothing special here. Pretty straightforward when it comes to a lot of other games. But that's going to be the battle system and, the straightforward like story campaign system with the daily, daily grind. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the arena system in the game. So I know a lot of players really like to dive into a RTA, but this game does not seem to have a actual RTA system. It's going to be more based like Skylanders Ring of Heroes and a lot of other action RPG games, where you get in here, you can select from the 3 individuals that you currently have on your screen. You can refresh twice for free before it costs any sort of resource. You basically just pick from the 3 based on your current rank in the game. If you beat them, then it's going to shuffle out these 3 with another set of people, and then you can continue to work your way up the rank, and then based on your specific rank, you will then get whatever individual reward. So your daily achievement and your weekly achievements, and then basically your overall ranking is going to determine whatever reward you get. So that's going to be pretty much it when it comes to the arena. Not much else to really discuss or talk about. They do have a 3v3 arena, and this is going to be pretty straightforward. The only difference is you're going to get 3 different team compositions to actually fight another player with their 3 team compositions. So instead of it being just 1v1, it's actually going to be 3v3. So again, pretty straightforward. Nothing too special here when it comes to the individual arena, and it's not even RTA like I said already. So again, it is what it is. But that's going to be the 2 arena modes. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is I'm going to show you some of the actual maidens that you can collect. So this is going to be some of them that I have already currently collected, like Shining Ringo, which is going to be our first and only SSR hero. We are going to dive into some summons in a second, so hopefully we can get lucky and get some additional SSRs. It looks like they're going to incorporate some costumes as well eventually, or some skins. They are not currently in this version of the early access, but when that comes out, it'll be interesting to see what kind of cosmetically skins that they have, and or do they add any type of benefit. The next thing up that I want to show you is just some of the things that you can do. So you can obviously spend those XP potions that you can farm on the daily grind on your individual heroes. You can check out your individual hero's skills. You can level up each one of those skills of your choice, and then you can obviously see what it does. Pretty straightforward. Now, they do have equipment. Now, one thing I want to mention is the equipment is very unique in this game. And why do I say that? If you go to the Enhance button here, I want to show you something. So check this out. This is going to be something that I do find very unique about this game, and I have not seen this in any other one, but that is going to be you have full control of your success rate. Yeah, that is right. So leveling up your gear in this game, you actually can increase your odds by coming over here and clicking this and typing in 100, for example. So if, let's say you want to get a 100% success rate, you click auto select, and then it will basically utilize the amount of resources that the game feels it needs in order to guarantee you a 100% success rate. But in doing so, obviously, naturally, you're going to use a lot more resources because you're trying to make sure that you get 100% every single time, versus dropping this down, to, let's say, 75, for instance. You won't use nowhere near the amount of resources, but you get the idea when it comes to exactly how the system works. But it's very, very unique. I definitely like this because it gives you a little bit more control on, exactly, how much resources you want to waste and or how much you want to risk. So again, very, very cool system, but that's going to be pretty much how the gear system works in the game. There's not a whole lot of other pieces of gear currently that I have found. Each individual, hero has their different types of pieces, and you can't swap them out. You don't really collect gear in the game. It's more of just, you know, whatever gear you currently have, enhancing that to a specific level. The next thing up they've got is going to be a promote system. So you collect these resources at individual stages, so then you can promote your individual, you know, hero, and then promoting them allows them to progress further in levels. Pretty straightforward when it comes to a lot of these games. Awakening is going to be pretty much the same as well. You get the additional stat bonuses from doing so. So we're going to go ahead and back out of here, and then dive into a couple of the other things. Now, they do have a shop system, pretty straightforward. They've got the Recruit Maiden, which is going to be the summoning animation that we're going to dive to in a second. And then they've got the formation, which we've already taken a look at. So let's go ahead and check out these tokens. Now, these tokens here are going to be very interesting. So these tokens actually give you the ability to craft what I would call rare or R-rated maidens, and then you can actually utilize these to then power up and feed these to other ones. So again, it's pretty a unique system, but to give you guys an example, we would need these additional resources, which we do not currently have to show you, but nevertheless, it's something that it's interesting. Let's just put it that way. It's just an interesting system, nothing too fancy here, but you get the point. The Recruit Maiden is what we're going to be taking a look at here in a second. Our Manage Maidens is where all of our current maidens are, and then the formation we already covered. So let's go ahead and dive into some summons, baby. I'm super excited to see if we can pop off and get some SSR heroes officially. So we've got two different banners currently going on, and that's going to be this one here, and then we also have the normal general recruitment banner. So they take two different types of currencies. The big one here is going to take the individual gems or in-game, you know, rainbow gem color things, and then the other one is actually going to take these individual whatever you want to call these things, cards or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and pop off this bad boy to see what we get for the official summon. So this is going to be the official summoning, you know, animation. So if that's something that you're also looking forward to, let's see, do we get lucky and pop off some SSRs, baby? I'm super excited. Hopefully we do. Let's see what we get. All right, so what do we get? Is she an SSR? Is she? Nope, she is an SR. All right, so that's going to be our first one. Let's go ahead and pop off another one. I want to do a 10 times here. I want to do more than just one 10 pull or one pull. Let's see what we got here. Do we get a rainbow? I don't even know if that's even how you even validate some SSRs in this game, but nevertheless, let's see what we get. Ooh, all right, so here we go. So what did we get? What did we get? Ooh, I like the art style here. So we've got a, okay, so we've got a rare unit. We've got an SR, another copy of Erica. Very nice. Oh, is this an SSR? I think it is. I think it is. No, it's not. It's an R. Never mind. The animation looked ridiculously sweet for it to be an R hero. So maybe the animation only, okay, so the animation seems to only proc once. I mean, if you already have a copy of it, then it does this really, really cool animation like this, if you don't have a copy of them already. So this is going to be another rare unit. Oh, but this one is gold. Is this our first SSR? Nope, it's an R. I keep on setting you guys up, man. I keep on setting you guys up. So let's see, what do we get? What do we get? Another SR unit. Very cool. Do we not get an SSR? Come on, game. Come on. No SSRs on our first 10 that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I just wanted to let you guys check out the game for the very first time. Again, we are having a blast playing it. I know, like I said, the chibi art might be a turnoff for a lot of different people, but I hope that you guys are having fun still playing the game and checking it out anyways. So that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video, and I will see you guys on the next one.